Welcome back to Kalianayoga. Today's practice is a 15-minute hip opening yoga flow. So when you're ready, roll out your mat and let's get started. Beginning in child's pose, send your hips back, reach your arms forward, separate your knees slightly and let your toes kiss back behind you. And as you settle into this pose and focus on your present breath, inhale deeply, taking yourself into this moment. Exhale, release oxygen towards the areas of your joints that are maybe a little tighter, speaking to you today. Making your way into tabletop pose, just start to inhale cat and exhale cow, arching your back and rotating those hips from side to side, making this movement very organic to you today. So even closing your eyes, trusting yourself to circle the hips in one direction, maybe slowly taking them into the other. You choose where this movement takes you in these next few moments. Take it as extreme as you need while you're in your own personal space. With that strong, audible breath, press into the palms, find downward facing dog, hips come high, heels just rotate towards the earth. Start to shake the head no and yes, up and down, side to side, loosening up the neck, paying attention to the shoulders and full body breath. Mindfully walk the hands up towards the feet and hang out in forward standing fold. You can grab opposite elbows. You can touch your ankles or your feet. Just let your head hang. Feel the spine lengthen as you breathe into the backs of the legs. You can put a slight bend in the knees if that feels good for you. Continuing these inhales and exhales long, roll up one vertebrae at a time until your head is the last thing to lift on the body, and then inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, gaze can follow past the thumbs. Exhale, palms to heart center, gaze off the tip of the nose, hug the low belly in. We're going to take a nice wide yoga squat. So separate the feet, hip distance, and set the hips nice and low. Elbows press into the thighs, opening up the heart. Gaze forward. Palms continue to press out in front of you as you breathe into the hips. Feel the energy from your feet grounded into the earth as we start to link breath and movement. Planting your hands down out in front of you, lift your hips high and just slowly start to straighten the legs in this wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, come back through, expanding, hips opening, low yoga squat. Once again, loosening up the hips and joints. Breathe as you plant your hands down and lift your hips up. Exhale deeply, forward fold. Inhale fully. Find that yoga squat. One final round. Elbows press into the thighs. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. Hands plant. Hips high. Feel a little bit more looser as you forward fold deeper. Then from there, you're just going to roll up. Again, 1 inch at a time. Put a slight bend in the knees. Shoulders back as you stand and circle the arms up to the sky, finishing this little flow. Hands at heart center, top of the mat, feet together. Samastitihi. From here, find the long edge of your mat and open up wide to a T. Inhale from the heart, exhale forward fold, finding the hands to the ankles or the mat. Wherever you choose to be, I like to piece fingers to big toes bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull yourself even deeper between this wide-legged forward fold. Elbows splay open. Hips releasing as every inhale and exhale takes you further and further into this pose. Inhale, lengthen, release any hand bind. Exhale, hands to hips or by your side, and stand all the way up nice and tall, hands at your heart. Samasthiti, top of the mat. We'll take a vinyasa flow. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over straight legs. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips and jump back. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, up dog, arch the back. Exhale, down dog, hips high. Inhale, energetically lift the right leg up and back behind you. You can go ahead and open and close the hip here. Just play with the rotation of your knee and hip, gently circling the knee, circling the ankle, or again, organically moving how it feels right for you in this one-legged down dog. And thread the knee forward, step the foot out in front of you for a nice deep lunging warrior. So the back left knee is down. You can keep your hands to the earth for support in this lunge, or if you'd like to take it a little further, hands all the way up above your head for a balance. Keep no pressure on that back knee, just a lot of breath into that front thigh and foot, opening up the hip joint. Exhale, hands down, half-seated splits. Send your hips back, reach your right leg straight, forehead, chest towards the front leg. Go as far as you need to find your edge in this posture, but remember to continue the flow of your breath. Bringing the oxygen towards the muscles is going to help you go even further. Moving forward to downward facing dog. You can pedal through the knees. We're going to do it all on the left side. Feeling a ton of gratitude for that left leg. Inhale, lift it up. And again, you bend and straighten at your own pace. Thread the knee forward and come into that deep kneeling lunge. Continue to press the hips forward towards the front of the mat as you open up. You can always keep the hands down for support. Exhale, half-seated splits. Hands come down. Send the hips back, reaching the left leg straight. Slowly, slowly make your way there. Breathing deep into the back of the front leg. Hands out in front of you, press the hips high, downward facing dog. Take that right knee up and back behind you and thread it forward for pigeon on the right side. So the shin is parallel to the front of your yoga mat. Left leg extends back behind you. Sit up nice and tall to start. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold over that front bent knee. Release the arms out in front of you if you can. Just notice if you're propping yourself up with your forearms or your back toe. Just try to release with every exhale. Sink deep into this hip opener. Bringing the thoughts back to the breath. Hands down, inhale, lift the chest, change sides. Slowly making your way into down dog. And then lift and lengthen the left knee up and back to thread it forward. Leg parallel to the front of your mat. Slowly extend the right leg back behind you. Breathe into this intense posture. Exhale, release, and continue to flow your inhales and exhales as your body holds the pose and gets a little deeper. The waves of this posture can get pretty intense, so just let yourself ride them as you breathe deep. Inhale, float the upper body up. Release this leg. Bend and extend both legs straight and out in front of you to a nice wide-legged V. So I like to bring the heels to each corner of the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale from the heart. Exhale, shoulders down. Mindfully walk the hands out in front of you as you release into the hips. You can always grab a bind, hands to ankles or hands to toes. Let your heart melt further and further onto the earth. As you breathe in this posture, remember sometimes we hold our issues in our tissues. So release and let go of anything that no longer serves you, that you're tensing up in the body or the mind. Let it go. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, rotating the legs all the way onto the knees for frog pose. So I like to sometimes roll up the yoga mat or place blankets under my knees. If you need to, go ahead. If not, just separate the knees as wide as they will go. Let the ankles come a little outside the knees. And then bring the torso forward so that you're on your forearms, your chest, or your hands. Wherever you can go today to really breathe into this edgy posture. We have so much more strength in our mind than we give ourselves credit for. The quality of your thoughts and your body starts here. Circulate the breath. You have the ability to sit in this beautiful posture that your body is capable of doing today. Feeling all the benefits from this intense pose. Use your hands to find strength and press your way up. That's it. Release the knees together and come laying all the way down onto your back. From there, just hug the knees into your chest, lift them, and extend the legs straight up to the sky. From there, you'll hook the left heel over the right thigh for figure 4. So this is pigeon laying on your back. You can wrap the hands around that straight right thigh and just gently pull it towards your heart, towards your face. So you're opening up that left hip joint. Exhale, release. Inhale, change sides, hooking the right heel over the left hip joint as close as you can to the hip crease. Reaching through the hole between the knee and the thigh, just grab onto the left leg and pull it towards your face. Let your back melt deep into the mat. Extend the legs and release. Happy baby pose. Hands to the outsides of the feet. Pull the knees into the ribs as you separate them slightly and rock side to side, massaging the lower spine, opening up the hips. Let it feel good in this now more loose, free, and capable body. Release the bind, extend the legs straight. We're going to just bring the toes all the way up over your head. Halasana Plow, hands to the low back. You can bend the knees for Karnapadasana to go even further in this pose. Don't look around, just stay in this posture. Knees are pressing to the ears, hands to the low back. Straighten the knees and roll out one vertebrae at a time until both legs are straight on the yoga mat. Then bend your knees, plant your hands, plant your feet, and lift your hips up. Bridge pose, just counteracting that movement, circulating the oxygen throughout the body. Exhale, slowly release the back and the hips down. Open the knees like pages of a book. Reclined butterfly, bottoms of the feet together. Again, knees splayed open, hands to heart and to belly. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Take rest as you let gravity take hold. Just find peace in the mind, congratulating yourself for taking such an intense class today, feeling so good as the hips feel a little more open. Thank you so much for taking practice with me today. My name is Kaliana, and I'll see you in the next yoga video.